Oh, the right side of you? Yeah, sure.
Okay, so first and last name is forward and
Barry Montgomery, B-A-R-R-Y-M-O-N-T-G-O-M-E-R-Y, and I'm a sergeant assigned to LAPD's Media Relations.
walk me through what happened.
Around 8:30 p.m. this evening, officers from LAPD's Pacific Division responded to a residence here in the 800 block of Venice Boulevard in an effort to keep the peace. Upon their arrival, they were met by a female outside who stated the suspect was in the residence destroying property. As the officers approached the front door of the residence, they observed the suspect, who was armed with a weapon, and it was at that time that an officer-involved shooting occurred. The officers summoned paramedics who transported that suspect to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead from his injuries. During this incident, no officers were injured and a weapon was recovered at scene. And as you can see behind me, we have Force Investigation Division detectives conducting their investigation in an effort to find out exactly what happened during this incident.
Do we know what kind of weapon?
You know, at this time, I wasn't apprised of the type of weapon. However, I may be able to get that information here shortly.
Do we know the victim's identity?
You know, again, that's the job of FID. We know that they were both the PR, the person reporting, and the suspect both resided at the location, but at this time, that's all the information that I have.
Have you ever been, do you know if the officers have ever been called to this location before?
You know, that kind of information will be uncovered as this investigation continues, but here right now, we're very early stages of it, so we simply don't have that information as of right now.
Anything else you can add?
You know, we're asking anybody that may have information on this incident to please contact the detectives here at scene, or if you could, contact LAPD Pacific Division with any information you may have to assist us in this investigation.
At what moment do you expect to know what this weapon was involved?
Give me a few minutes and see what I can find out here for you here shortly. Anything else, Brandon?
That's all.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
so much.
I'm sorry for looking at you. Is this a bad habit?
No, it's all fine.
Hey guys, we just live around the corner. Just got home. What's going on?
Someone got shot?
Hi, that's my house.
2303.
2304.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Don't get shot.
I think it's okay now. This is a lot of tape.
1414 South Orange Grove. Subject is Lisa West in a black background.
there. Can you give me your first and last name?
Oh, talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
First and last name, can you spell it, please?
Spell it?
Yeah.
Okay, Courtney, Courtney, Micheline, Micheline.
So, walk me through what you heard behind you.
While I was in the bathroom, washing something in the sink, and I heard a pop, and I didn't know if it was like a firework, like the kids like to throw, these kids on the street right here, or until I heard it again, and then I thought it was a gun, and there were 2 shots fired, followed by a scream, and then I jumped into my bathtub, and pretty quickly the cops arrived, like after that. I would say like within a couple of minutes.
You were telling me earlier how, what do you know of them?
I don't really know anything. They seem like nice people, and then I never heard any screaming or anything like that. I didn't ever hear anything except for them moving stuff around because they're in there cleaning out that house. But I never heard as far as altercations or domestic stuff like that. I never heard anything like that.
So is this, is this shocking to you at all?
Kind of. I mean, it's not really shocking. There's shootings all the time in Venice, it feels like. But yeah, when you think you know your neighbors, and then that happens.
One more time, walk me through what you heard, who has my issues, and what you saw.
Okay, so I didn't see anything because I was in my bathroom, which faces the corner that way behind this house here, where I'm assuming the shooting occurred because it sounded like it was coming from that direction. And if there even was a shooting, I don't even know what's happened, really. I mean, this looks pretty intense, though.
So what did you hear?
I heard a pop, like it could have been a firecracker or something, or it didn't really register as a gunshot to me until I heard it again. And then I kind of freaked out because I heard a pop, pop, and then a scream. And I jumped into my bathtub because it sounded really close. Everything like I shot in the head.
So, and one more time, what do you know of them?
I don't know much. I mean, they're nice people. Again, they barbecue out back. They're always offering food. They say hi. They give me, like, I do interior design, and they give me random stuff from in the house. They're really nice people. I did not expect this. They're quiet.
Can you describe the man? Is it a man and a woman lives there?
There's a man and a woman. The woman's actually this lady's daughter, and they own this whole property.
And the man, can you describe it?
Well, this is like what I really don't know. Again, it just seemed mild mannered, always hello, very nice, polite. Never heard anything. I wouldn't suspect a domestic dispute of this nature to have happened right next door.
And your first and last name?
Well, wasn't an officer involved shooting? Did she shoot him or what happened?
Okay, ma'am. Can you give me your first and last name, and can you spell it? You'll be talking to them. And
Carol Voorhees, Carol Voorhees.
And how are you related to her?
It's my daughter.
And your daughter, how is your daughter related to
I can't hear you.
How is your daughter related to the person that was... Is your daughter related to the person that was shot?
She's married and she met this guy on the computer, and she's been living with him for the last 2 years.
Do you know them as a couple? Have you interacted with him? And
As far as I knew, they were a couple. But I understand now that she had a restraining order. I didn't know anything about that.
And so is she telling you this right now, that she had a restraining order? Or
No, the police told me tonight.
So did she ever tell you that they fought, or was she always acting like she was...
The only thing she told me was that when he got involved with drinking, that he did get violent. That's about all I know about him.
Did he hit her at all? Has he hit her?
Pardon?
Has he hit her before?
I can't hear you.
Has he hit her before?
Had he?
Do you know of him ever hitting her at all?
No.
Do you know of them owning any weapons?
Yes.
So were the weapons owned by him or her or?
That I couldn't tell you, but I know they have an assault weapon.
How often do you talk to them?
We aren't. That's the problem right now. As I explained, this property is under the courts right now, and we're fighting because she wants to sell and I don't. And because of that, we don't talk. So I don't know any of her personal business for the last 3 years.
What went through your mind when you heard of this? And tell me also, how did you find out about
Well, my neighbor across the street who's been keeping an eye on the property for me, he called me to tell me that there had been a shooting and that the police were over here. I didn't hear anything, so I didn't know anything about it. And I came as quick as I could down here. And like I said, I heard 2 different stories. One, she shot him. Then I heard it on the news where they said it was a officer involved shooting. And I still don't know what the truth is.
And what went through your mind when you heard this happen?
It's shock. Nothing like this has ever happened before, to me anyway.
Do you know how your daughter is doing?
She's not talking to me, so I can't tell you.
Anything else the police is saying to you?
They won't tell me anything. I've been trying to find out the condition of the fellow that got shot, and all they tell me is that he's okay, so...
Now, I saw you speaking to them. What were they asking you, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I questioned them because I wanted to know who was in charge of the investigation.
And do you know how old, or are you able to give the name of your daughter and her husband?
Her husband lives in Arizona.
So, okay.
This guy that's here, she met on the computer about 3 years ago.
Do we know what site? Do we know what site? What kind of site? You know. And do we know his name?
Yeah, I know his name.
Are you able to give that? Or?
It's Todd Hurlbert, Hurlbert.
Do you know how old is he?
53, I think.
And is he Caucasian?
White.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Anything else
Okay.
you want to add?